It was good. We had emphasis on special teams. Went live, on our punt return. It was good to see those guys and evaluate them. It was a little bit more of an install day today for the offense and defense, but for the most part, good energy, and looks like we improved in some areas.
Just talk. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead. How's the conditioning? Is it getting the tempo? Finally getting
Yeah,
there?
yeah, it is. I told them afterwards. I said, now it's just getting to a point where if the guys aren't going hard, they're sticking out like a sore thumb. There's only one or two on both sides of the football, so we're getting there. We're still not there, but the positive is it's getting better.
What specifically in special teams did you work? Was it kickoffs, kick return?
Yeah, it was punt and punt return.
Can you just comment about a couple of the guys who did something?
Yeah, we had. It's hard to pinpoint anybody particular. We were just really wanting to evaluate which guys could cover, which guys could tackle, which guys could return. I believe Tryon and Bradbury, and I believe J.D. McKissick, I believe, all return punts. So.
You mentioned the installation. Just how is that just progressing so far in offense and defense?
Well, we've really been very slow up to this point, just trying to build a foundation. But we felt like we needed to start putting in things, even though it may be a little bit ugly. We've got to start putting in enough stuff where, they can work on their own this summer and understand, the different adjustments and the different plays we'll be running versus, different offenses and defenses.
You said you ran 70% probably rushing in the last scrimmage, and you also mentioned something about not having all the passing game in. Or how much passing game do you have in, and was that designed? Would you normally ran that much even if you had it all in?
Well, we're a run, play, action team, but, early on my philosophy's always been, you need to stop the run, you need to run the football, and that way you evaluate the guys that can tackle and the guys that can block. And so it was by design, and we will put in more of our passing game as we go, and today they put in quite a bit. Done a good job. The transition from basketball to football, he's a little bit behind the others, but we're putting him in the mix, and he's shown some bright spots at times, and I think he's got a chance to be a very solid player.
What has he shown as far as his blocking or ball catching skills?
Yeah, his blocking the other day, one thing that stood out to me is pass protection. Just did a great job, blocking a defensive end by himself, which is really hard to do, and he has very good ball skills. I think right now he's trying to, learn the route, how to do the technique, and he's thinking a lot. Once he gets comfortable, he's got a chance to really be a big threat down the field.
What led to your decision to move him? Was it his size or was it depth at quarterback? What was your decision?
A little of both, but he's such a big body, and we don't have very many bodies like that, and we just feel like that position suits him very well.
In your offensive system, how much is the tight end used as a pass catcher?
Well, we like to use our tight end also as a H-back. So, stay on the field a lot. It really depends on the talent level of that position. When I was at Tulsa, we had Charles Clay was a 1,000-yard receiver from that same position. So it really depends. But we feel like we've got, two or three that can really play that position, and that's one of our strengths.
Has his basketball shape, has that, hurt him or held him back, or does he need to get back into football shape?
Yeah, I think, we go so fast. Actually, the basketball shape should help him, and we actually talked about that just about 10 minutes ago. It's just a matter of learning the plays and understanding the techniques, and so, we're asking our tight ends to do a lot. Like I said, tight end, H-back, there's a lot of thinking that goes on, and in a way, that's like another quarterback on the field as far as our offense is concerned.
There was an agreement last year with Coach Brady and Coach Freeze that allowed Darian to play basketball after the season. I just wonder, is that the same arrangement?
Yeah, that hadn't changed.
So when the season's over, he'll just move right into basketball?
Yeah, if that's what he wants to do.
What are some of the keys you're going to focus on for Friday?
We're going to go back. We put in more of our offense. We're going to move the football a little bit different situations. We'll go some red zone and some backed up. We were very bland the other day. We just put the ball down and didn't have very many different situations.
Coach, we talked to David Gunn earlier this week, and he talked about how young the guys were that pretty obvious based on the losses of upperclassmen, guys who graduated and moved on. Obviously, we've seen in your past, Michael Dyer is a freshman at Auburn. He was the best guy. He played. He was out there in crucial situations. Are you one of those guys that you don't care if you're a freshman,
Right.
redshirt freshman, whatever, you just want the best guy on the field?
That's exactly what we told our guys, you know, whether they're a freshman, walk-on, senior, scholarship, makes no difference. You know, all jobs are open, and we're gonna put the best guys on the field. And you're exactly right, we have a whole bunch of youth, and we have a whole bunch of inexperience. And the positive is, you know, it's a very bright future. It's just right now, you know, we'll probably experience a few growing pains.
Is Rod Smith, does he still walk on?
Rod Smith?
Roderick.
Oh, Sherrod, no, he's not.
He's on scholarship?
Yes, he is. Yeah, you threw me off with the Rod, Sherroderick. Okay, that's good.
Was he on scholarship when you got him?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else?